From the General Manager of Customs Service for the Water Authority of Fiji, Deputy Secretary for the Ministry, and we notice the representatives of all other ministries that are here, and friends, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media. It's, well, first of all, good morning. It turned out to be a good morning. It's a great pleasure for me here to be here this morning to open the new Water Authority of Fiji Suva Express Center that's before us. It is quite busy thoroughfare. And thank you also for the nice words of welcome. This morning as I was being driven to the office, it was drizzling all the way through from Nakasi, where I live, up to around, I don't know, maybe up to Nambua. So I was telling myself, it's a real blessing as we're about to open up the Suva Express Center for the Water Authority of Fiji. The heavens is giving us water. Now I come to Suva, the water's gone away, and they decided to give us some sunshine. So it's a blessed day, it's a great day to be here. It's a blessing to be here to open this facility for the Water Authority of Fiji. And Water Authority of Fiji is a very critical responsibility in our country. They are tasked with the job of providing access to quality drinking water and wastewater services to the people of our nation. They now have over 144,000 residential and non-residential metered customers residing in urban areas, and they are also setting up water supply systems in rural schemes, reaching over 700,000 people nationwide. Out of our population of around 885,000, Water Authority has now reaching more than 700,000 people all across our country. This is a huge undertaking, it's a huge responsibility, given the distribution of our population around 100 islands that we have that are inhabited in our country. So customer service is an everyday challenge for the authority, because the public's expectation of the Water Authority is very high, and they have the right to expect that from the Water Authority, that they will be able to deliver that service. It's a big ask, it's a big responsibility, it's a responsibility that has to be made. Water Authority of Fiji needs to ensure that it provides assistance, provides advice and services, and that these services are delivered to people in an efficient and an effective and a timely manner. The people of this country have the right to expect that. Government's vision that we have is to provide access to clean and safe drinking water by the year 2021 to 100% of our population. Approximately 78% of Fiji's population currently has access to treated and reticulated water supply, while about 98% in the urban centers have access to safe drinking water. Recently, Water Authority of Fiji has extended water mains, improved water supply by commissioning new and larger water pipelines and installing new valves at critical points, like the recent installation works at Buddha. These works demonstrate government's commitment in the water sector, commitment to be able to provide water to the people of this country where it is required, a commitment to providing and ensuring that all Fijians have access to clean and consistent drinking water. The government will always be a government for all people. We prioritize and ensure to remove barriers when it comes to serving the needs of our citizens. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, to ensure maximum customer service delivery, Water Authority of Fiji has allocated a total amount of 8.54 million for these financial services to the area of customer service out of its total operational budget of 1,025 million. So quite a substantive amount is being focused on making sure we can deliver customer service, being able to address the needs of our people. In 2018, Waf conducted a survey on customer satisfaction. This survey covered 11% of Fiji's population, and 85% of those surveyed were satisfied with the response to customer complaints. So sometimes when I read the news, I get the impression that it's the other way around, that 85% are unsatisfied. But the survey was good. It showed that 85% were satisfied. That means there's still a 15% that needs to be addressed. And I'm sure that the Water Authority of Fiji, with its board, with its management, will continually focus on making sure that they can address the needs of that 15% that are still unsatisfied. That survey result is a testimony of Water Authority of Fiji's commitment and government's commitment to the delivery of this basic service to all the people of this country. Most importantly, to serve the customers of the Greater Suva area that has a vast working population as compared to other parts of the country. Waf Water Authority is also aiming to uplift its customer services by opening these centers in areas where there is a high population density. This center is an example of that approach, where the Water Authority of Fiji moves closer to pockets of higher customer density, that is commercial, institutional, and residential customers collectively. Prior to this development, customers had to go all the way to the Water Authority of Fiji National Office based at the center point. But now they can get off in Suva, deal with the issues that they need to deal with, and still pollinate these centers and get their issues addressed. The establishment of this Customer Service Express Center provides convenience and it provides accessibility, which in turn allows Water Authority of Fiji to serve its customers better. This is part of the expanding and improving services to the people of Fiji. This new office will accommodate a total of 15 customers who will be served by 3 customer service representatives or agents. There is also a booth where customers can pick up a dedicated telephone and directly contact the authority's National Contact Center for speedy and much faster feedback. You don't have to go all the way there, you can do it here. Due to security and space constraints, unfortunately, no bill payments will be accepted at this express center. Therefore, all water bill payments can be made at any authorized agent such as Post Fiji or Max Value outlets. Just make sure you bring your water bill statement. You can even make payments through Vodafone's M-Paisa or Digicel's mobile money. You can also make your payments via internet banking through Westpac, ANZ, BSP, and Breadbank. The doors of this new facility will open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. on weekdays. This gives our working class customers a lot of personal time to inquire and return to work as and when required. This center will also open on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Water Authority of Fiji has opened similar offices in the Northern Division, in South Town, and in the Western Division, in Tawua, Singatoka, and Patau, respectively, in an effort to reach our customers nationwide. So for all of us, I'd like to remind you all to make good use of our new Service Express Center, and more importantly, to our service providers by always placing our customers' needs first. And I always remind everybody, make sure that you use water wisely, water that is brought into your homes. Having had the opportunity to walk around Water Authority Fiji facilities, I can see the amount of investment that is gone in bringing water to people. So the message that I think the message that we have here, every drop is precious. That is a message that we need to remind everybody, everybody, especially in our homes. So ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I now have much pleasure in declaring the new Water Authority of Fiji Suva Express Center open. Thank you. Now I'm here with the hotel. These, by the way, are the Lilin colors. Next winner of the team.
Unveil talaga.
Fully recycled. All right, Renata. That's a nice class.
Don't need to continue.
Okay, so who's going to take us?
Yeah. This is the phone kiosk where they can just call in to inquire on phone. The call it connects to our call center, so we can just
Walk in, call the call center.
Yeah, to inquire for
So
the
if they
bills.
can do this, why do they need that?
No, this for easy if they just want to find what's the bill balance.
Ah,
So they just can walk in here and quick service it. And they just get the bill address or the bill amounts over the phone.
So they have to know their name and account number.
Yeah, you just
If they don't know their name and account number,
then they need to.
so they can go here, get the account number.
Yeah, but if they're going there, they'll be served there. They'll get the account number.
So they have
and
a
also-
choice of seeing the people or...
Yeah, if they have the account number with them, they just can come directly to use this phone.
Wonderful. What the queuing?
Yeah, you can just make one of the.
Basic. Bill balance.
Please take your ticket.
Now what? Well, yung sa turong ticket eh. They have a ticket.
Please counter 3.
No, I have I mostly do these utilities. Water, sanitation, stormwater, and electric.
What do you do with this? You can send it to us. Email na yung give them. Email. Alright. Bueno, es una cosa tan mea, si no me está hablando la persona. No la casa, no pide tu namita, no lo vas a traer.
They're the third largest oil
One of the richest countries.
and so there's been so much demand to that it's boom or bust. I mean, it's going great right now. 5 years from now,
Ted? So Travini and Sunita and Daniel. That's what I've seen so far. As a result of that, you come up with new plans. What you need to focus on at a particular point in time so we can keep striving.
For us, as you alluded to in your message, customer is our priority, and thank you for being supportive to the Water Authority of Fiji in regards to the area of customer and service delivery as a whole. So much, and we hope that you continue to work together, and we will continue to support you in the terms and things.
No. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Well, I think this is an excellent development from the Water Authority to make it, this center that we have in Suva is basically an example of trying to make a service more accessible and more convenient. People that are working in town, you're looking at the opening hours. People start work at 8, they can come in before work. When they finish work at 4:30, they can still come in. So I mean, it's a great response to help people to get the information that they need in relation to Water Authority. So I congratulate Water Authority for this step, and I think it's something that can be replicated in other places to make sure that you bring the customer closer and easier to the people. Thank you.